Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about the React.js default, all that file structure. I hope you get some of the idea. So now in this video, I want to discuss about how can create another new component. Okay, so before adding that component, I want to share some of the things with you. Like that is, you can see when I delete some of the things is not highlighted. That means it's not actually use this logo as SVG because of all in a previous video, I have already cleaned it. And here I loaded one of the h1 tag, and that is the h1 tag is visible, right? So that is our h1 tag. So right now we don't need this. I simply remove it. It's not using. And after that, that is one of the app, and that is, as I told you, that is one of the component, right? That is app.js. That is one of the default component, and into this component they have one of the function name as an app. So when you create any function, every functions return some of the value. So here that is the return value. Okay, and into this return value area here you can see that is one of the div. So it's look like as a HTML code, but that is the JSX code. Okay, better I put that note. In our next video I will also discuss about that what is the JSX. So that is one of the JSX code, and into this div area there is one of the class name, and that will be just like that as HTML code, and there is a class name as a app. Okay, if you go to src and you can see there is a app.css, and into this app.css that is the app as a text align as a center. For the reasons our text is due to the center position. So if you want to add any CSS, you can add that CSS in particular that area, rather than you can also create some of the new CSS as per your demand. So you will do the things later. Right now that is one of the class name, and here first of all you have to import it. You can see it's import that app and then CSS, and also from here it's export the default that app. So here from to this area it's export this app, and for the reasons in our src, if you go to that index.js, for the reasons here you can see you are able to import this app. So simply understand. So from to the that is one of the component. Into this component area that is one of the functions. So this function I want to export it from to this area. For the reasons you are able to import it. Okay, you can see I import it with the name as a app. And also there is an import that React from to the React. So that is the one of the React module, and that is our React library. So with this React module we are able to access that React library. If you want to import it, like I import, and if you go to our app and here I paste it. Okay, into this React library here, that is actually help to make this code as a JSX format to the HTML format. Like if you remove this div, simple I remove this div, then you can see it's not highlighted. That means that is not executed. Okay, so this React library helps to make this our HTML code to convert it to the JSX format. So as I told you, it's look like that HTML code, but it's not HTML. That is one of the JSX format. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So now if you want to create one of the new component, you can create this new component in here, like into the src area. I want to create one of the new component. I click as a new file and I just name it as a test. Okay, I name it as a test.jsx. or you can use that as a JS, you can use that as a JSX, whatever that you want. So that is one of the extension as a JSX. So now I make it as a JSX. Okay, so as I told you, you can use it as a JSX, rather than you can also use it as a JS. So good practice is to create any component, make that this component with the capital. So better I want to do and to remove it and rename it. So I rename and I name it as a test. Okay, test.jsx. So into this test.jsx, I want to create one of the new function, just like that. I copy it. Okay, better I copy everything. And here I want to do and to paste it. So I name that our component as a test.jsx, and also I want to do here I name it as a test. Okay, I name one of the function name as a test function, and here I name it as a this is test. Okay, test file. So this type of one of the HTML, now I simply load it in here, and after that from to this position also we have to export it. We have to export our this text. So now I simply export this text from here. So now we are able to import it in our index. Okay, so into this index area, for the first time we have to load it. I want to import I want to input our name. I name it as a test, and test from to the test. You can see automatically it's get that our test. So that is our same folder structure area, and that is our test. Okay, so now it's inputted our this file as a test file. So now I make it as a test file. Okay, so that will be as a test file. Great. And now into this, after that app, I want to load this as a test. I simply load it, and also you can close it like that way, or rather then you can also close it just here. I make it as a close. You can see now our app is loaded, and after that there is a new component I have created as a test. So that test will be loaded. I input this, and from here I export it for the reasons you are able to import it. Okay, I simply import it in our index. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go to our page, now click as a refresh, now you can see perfect. So that is our first component as a default one as the app, and then I have created another component, and this component I name it as a this is test file. So for the reasons you can see it's now successfully loaded our this new component as a test component. So into this index, first time that will be app will be loaded, and then another component that I have created as a test. Now this test is loaded. So as I told you, our total React project will be combining multiple components. So now there is a one component, and also there is our another component. So how can create some of the component, how can export that component, how can create some of the function. So I hope you get some of the idea. Don't worry, step by step we'll go more deep, and into the index area I loaded both of these. Okay, just simply understand all that procedure. In our next video I will discuss about the JSX. Okay, so what exactly that means, in our next video I will discuss about little bit more about the JSX. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.